Okay, for this demonstration
Jawohl,
for
Herr
the
Kaloin. Kleine
torpedoes,
Fahrt
the
voraus.
boat we're going to
Ruder
use
ab.
is the Type 21. Here you get a chance to see it being used, see how this thing functions, and the torpedoes it has, because it uses homing as well as the ladder type and the second generation straight run electrics. So we're going to be going out looking for a convoy, and the second we hit it, we're getting into it. Now we got ourselves a convoy here, and I'm about to be engaged by this destroyer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to engage him with one of these. Make sure this is off, which is basically the first generation homing.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin. Alle Maschinen stopp. Alle Maschinen stopp.
This rapid countdown is he's coming at me. So what we're looking at is how quickly he's closing this gap at 29 knots. So this is why I'm sending the homing torpedo, because I stand a better chance of a good hit. Put this about 5 because he okay.
Rohr 4, los! Schiff gesichtet! Jawohl, Herr Kaloin. Kleine Fahrt voraus. Kleine Fahrt voraus.
Now you can see here he's trying to evade the torpedo, but the torpedo is starting to lock onto him and homing out the propellers that are on the boat. So hopefully, see his hard turn trying to avoid it. Now it's going to be turning around and coming after him. As you can see now it's conducting its approach. Hopefully this will be a hit. There she goes. Okay, he was like the lead one that kind of kept me busy. So by this spread here, the convoys you see, these are going to be destroyers out here, and these in here is going to be the convoy ships. Now what we have here is we got this ladder, and this is pretty much how the ladder works. What it'll do is it'll go in here and make a zigzag movement for taking out vessels that are there. So when I see how this is sitting, it's supposed to try to acquire a decent hit. So I'm going to do a random shot. Hit L for lock. See how this is going to go. Anything inside that track would be affected. Plus, if the alignment is really good, you stand a good chance of it being used regularly to do its job.
Rohr 6, los!
Torpedos abgefeuert.
I gotta hide real quick. This door's, there it goes.
Herr Kaloin.
Now here is where you get that where some people go, yeah, homing torpedoes is the way to go. Not exactly. This is the aircraft carrier that I had fired on. He's in an evasive maneuver, so he's right and left. This is the homing torpedo meant for him. See where it's going? It had left the chute and took this instead, which means now I have to fire another homing torpedo to get here. So sometimes the torpedo is not the answer to everything. So now I got an old passenger liner full of troops that I'm taking out, when this would be the prize that would be more interesting to have. Now the other thing I wanted to point out I did get that aircraft carrier, is that when you're in a convoy, you gotta really be alert. See, I run the risk of being running down because I'm like in the center of it. But it also at this time could work as an advantage because I have other incoming vessels that have taken an interest in me already. So I'm going to hit this guy with one of my homing torpedo. Actually, it was electric. Oh well, it's too late now.
Rohr 4, los!
Torpedos abgefeuert.
Okay. Now I'm going to try to use this convoy as cover.
3, 5, nach Backbord. Große Fahrt voraus. Große Fahrt voraus.
So I'm literally going to play a cat and mouse game with this guy in the middle of all of these people.
Torpedotreffer.
He's SH3. That was one of the mixture between the home. But I have this guy here. Since I have no homings loose, I'm going to try to make a good run
Ruder
with
0
this.
Grad. Wahnsinnige Fahrt voraus. Neue Tiefe 1,9 Meter.
I didn't get the... He got it.
Rumpf beschädigt, Herr Kaloy.
Yeah, we're flooded. Okay, what I'm thinking is, since he ran me over, I think he destroyed himself. That's what I'm thinking. Because I don't know where this firebomb came from except for him. So he might have jacked my boat up, but he split his hull open, which is accurate. So that kind of 2 for 2. So I have no conning tower in the destroyer's history. Okay, so I guess what's cool about this segment is not only to get to see some of the more advanced torpedoes get used, but a little fight, plus some repair damages that were done. But as you can see, I'm pretty much spending my complement. Most of that I had to use for homing torpedoes at destroyers. I still have straight ones left, but now they're all evading me. So as you can see, different torpedoes had different purposes. So I fire at the aircraft carrier with one, it goes after a total different ship, and the destroyers trying to evade it end up getting hit by these. I sent this ladder out. This is a 50-50 chance it might work. So, but you can still use it similar to the straight runs. And then you have your straight runs, which I sunk some of them, some other ships with it. I have another destroyer getting in the fight. So, I'm pretty much making quite a mess
Jawohl,
here.
Herr Kaloy.
Auf Seerotiefe gehen.
I don't really see anything more that I could point out. I'm pretty sure you get the idea of what's going on here. So I guess we'll just end this part of the tutorial.